It was a cool winter day. I was heading in to coach basketball, and I see this young man sitting on a concrete wall. And I thought, I got a few minutes. I'm going to go sit down and see who this guy is. So I sat down and I introduced myself, and he introduced himself as Chaz. I started talking to Chaz. Chaz was going through a pretty rough time at home. Parents didn't like him being at home very often. He felt like every time he was there, he couldn't do anything right. He didn't know how to handle his parents. He had a older brother that was constantly in trouble. And Chaz opened up to me just through a series of questions with no question marks, if that makes sense. Things like, tell me about your home life type of stuff. And he would just share with me. As our conversation progressed, I asked Chaz if there was something that he was interested in learning or knowing how to do, or any passions that he had. And he says, "Well, I watch YouTube a lot." And I said, "Well, what's the thing you like watching the most?" And he said, "Motocross, like enduro cross racing." And I said, "Really? Do you know how to ride a motorcycle?" And he said, "No, but I'd love to learn." And I said, "How about I come pick you up one day after school and take you to a place and teach you how to ride a motorcycle?" And his eyes got really big, and he says, "You have a motorcycle I could ride?" And I said, "Yep." So I got a hold of his parents. They thought it was weird. It was an awkward conversation, but they said it would be okay after they checked me out a little bit. And so about a week later, I picked up Chaz from school, brought him to the Ritchie Ranch, and taught Chaz how to ride. He was a natural, very good at it, and very open to conversation. On our very first day, we were coming back to Roseburg, and I said, "Chaz, would this be something that you'd be interested in doing on a regular basis if I could connect you with somebody else who could teach you?" And he said, "Absolutely." And I said, "I need you to understand that the conversations that you're going to have are going to be less about motorcycle riding and more about Jesus Christ." And he got this really uncomfortable, awkward, kind of his body stance in the car. And I said, "Chaz, I think it's important that you understand who the person of Jesus is. And the person I'm going to connect you with is not only going to teach you how to ride motorcycles, but share Christ with you." And he said, "I'm willing to do that." So I hooked him up with a man named John. John connected with Chaz and just through time built a relationship with him through motorcycles. And one day, sitting on the beach at the Ritchie Ranch, Chaz gave his life to Jesus. Chaz is currently attending church with John almost every Sunday, not a part of a youth group, but a part of the body of Christ. Pretty fun story, and a testament to the fact that God has designed us to be disciple-making disciples, and when we invest in people's life, that Jesus wins.